Alright, hello and welcome to another live stream today. Gonna be flying again on Microsoft Flight Simulator, this time with Alaska Airlines. Longer flight, 3 hours and 40 minutes en route. It's gonna be a long flight. Won't be talking throughout the whole time, but I'll try to interact with y'all. If you're new, make sure to join the Discord and go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will be doing a live stream on YouTube soon. I just need to wait for the account to get verified, which it should within a few days or whatever. So, hope you guys have all had an amazing day or night or evening, and hopefully I can make it better with a fun flight and a fun landing in Seattle. Should be landing in Seattle about 6:30 or so Pacific Standard Time. 9:30 Eastern Time. But before we're going to do the pre-flight, get ready and get up off the ground here in Kansas City. We are not at the gate because the gates were too small, and also the terminal does not load correctly. So I decided just to go to a parking spot here. Passengers are on quote-unquote boarding here. Alaska Airlines Flight 418 service to Seattle. Our alternate airport is going to be Portland. And again, Boeing 737 MAX 8. I did do a flight last night, just a test flight on how to fly the 747. It went pretty well, except for the landing. I, for some reason, accidentally activated takeoff power at the end. I didn't realize it, so went off the end of the runway. That's besides the point, though. Hopefully I have a better landing today in Seattle. Again, hopefully you guys have all had an amazing day. But without further ado, we're going to hop into the cockpit and start setting up for today's flight. First of all, let me get the preliminary pre-flight checklist open. And we can go and turn external power to on. IRS mode can go both to nav. Cabin utility power, UFP pass supply can go to on. Emergency exit lights can go to armed. Anti-collision lights can stay on. Window heating can go to on. We are going to need anti-ice today as icy conditions. Probe heating can go to on. And anti-ice can also go to on. Pumps look good. Fuel pumps are off. Trim air is on. Isolation valve open. Circulation fans auto. Engine bleeder switch off. Load quantity is good. Cruise altitude today is going to be 36,000 feet. Flight level 360. Landing altitude, I'll figure that out here in a little bit. Fasten seatbelt sign and no smoking signs go to on and auto. And then FMC, we can go ahead and start putting in the flight plan. Again, for Kansas City to Seattle. So we're going to be at KMCI, aka Kansas City. And we can go to route. Again, KMCI. Trying to get this camera angle kind of normal. KMCI, and then we're going to be heading to Seattle SEA. Flight number, based off a real flight number in real life, 418. These are MAX 9, that we're going to be using a MAX 8. Runway, the takeoff runway is going to be runway 19 left, runway 19L. Alright, and then we can go to init ref, 0 fuel rate, reserves can go to, we'll do 20, pretty decently long flight. Cost index, we will go to 52. Cruise altitude again is going to be flight level 360. Alright, I'm going to N1 limit, and I'll go ahead and calculate this. Shout out to SimBrief as always for the help on the flight plan. Again, shout out to SimBrief, best platform to use for like flight plans. 42 is going to be our RCL. We'll go to takeoff. Flaps are going to be 5. Oh, no, that's 4. Whoops, 5. CG percent good. Next page, runway and wind is going to be 280/4 knots. 280. 4 knots out of the 280. Alright, and we go to departure and arrival. We can go off of takeoff. Our departure is going to be TIFT 08 with the TIFTO transition. Runway 19 left, good. Departure and arrival. Oh, that's not right. Arrival. It's gonna be Chins 5 with PDT. Chins 5 PDT. There you go. And then ILS runway 16 left. Transition. Let me find that out real quick. Give me 2 seconds to find that out. Alright, not sure. For some reason it never tells me the transition anymore, so I'm just gonna go like this, go activate, and then it should choose one for me. Let's make sure VNav. We're gonna have to reinsert the cruise altitude here, 36,000, excuse me. I can go to legs, and then let me open this on my phone. It's a little bit easier to open on my phone. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I don't want test. Test. Okay, there you go. Just wanted to do a quick audio check. Alright, what was I going to do? Sim brief. There, go to here, go to view flight plan. So it's gonna be Diggy, Tifto. Pretty straight route here. Diggy, Tifto. And then it's KP63C. I'm not even sure if this is going to let us put us in here. This might not be an actual point. KP63C. 63C. Let's see if it's actually an actual point. It is. Shocker. Alright, then go here. Again, like I said, it's a pretty short and straight route. KU870. KU870. See? So now it's just giving us waypoints, so now we're just going to have to do all the way to PDT. So PDT can move up to here, so it's going to be a long straightaway there. Are you fucking stupid? What are you... Oh, well, luckily that didn't work. Also would have messed up the whole flight plan. Alright, 967 miles. And then just make sure there's no vectors or route discontinuity, which there is. So Helzer and Auburn. Let's see here. Auburn. After PDT, hold on. After PDT, it's Brock, Sund, Chins. Okay, whatever. YKM, that's fine. Chins, Ratty, Hump, Auburn. And then Helzer can go to Auburn. Okay, good. Damn it. Alright, good job. Execute. And then we can go back to departure and arrival and go route takeoff. We can go ahead and clear this. Route takeoff, and then we'll go ahead and get our takeoff speeds again. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that follow button, join the Discord, and check out the YouTube, both in bio, both links in bio. 143, 143, 150, pretty easy. 143, 143. Okay, I want to see if that worked. If I can grab it. Now we know it doesn't. 143 on both V1 and VR. And then V2 will be, I believe, 150. Yep, 150. 150. Okay, this was a really quick flight plan. Legs. And FMCL, timer to borrow. We'll go ahead and set real quick. Oop. Go ahead and go way down. Okay, that should be good. Terminal bar is good, and we can go and turn on our APU. Oh, that's not what I wanted. We're going to turn those taxi lights on here in just a minute. AP can go to start. AP can go to on, and I'll let you guys listen to the APU turn on. You can just tear it just a little bit. Let's go and get that, make sure we did everything on this checklist. We did. Alright, go ahead and get that pre-flight checklist open. While we're waiting, we can go to flight directors, we can go to on. Can barely see. There you go, I can barely see because of the sun there. And then the IAS, 150 plus 15 is 165. There you go, and then just go and wait for that AP to turn on, and then we're going to turn the fuel flow to reset, and the gen switch is on. We can go and turn on the anti-collision lights, and that for right now, though, while we wait. And we can also go and figure out the landing altitude real quick. It is going to be 435 feet. So we'll round up to 450. Alright, then we can go and turn on the generator switches. There you go. And fuel flow can go to reset. The on damper can go to on. Okay, engine start. We are ready for pushback. We can go and clear that, the ramp. Alright, we can go ahead and request passenger board stop. And then we can go and request pushback here in a second. There we go. Before I request pushback, let's make sure the door actually closed. Yep, it did. And then we can go and request pushback. Anti-collision lights on, piston lights steady. External power can go to off. Fuel pumps can go to on. Fasten seatbelt sign can go to on. Hydraulic pumps can go to on. Left and right packs are off, and go ahead and move the armrest. Armrest, armrest. Parking brake is released, and finally we can go and start that right engine. Oh, we do not want to go. Well, I guess we kind of, yeah, I mean, surprisingly it is right. We're going to be taking off runway 19 left. Let me go and get the airport open real quick. Is this Kansas City actually? No, this is LA. I was looking at LA just for some information. Kansas City, maps, airport, and we're going to want this one. That is still not it. Let's do it again. I don't think it worked. KMCI, Kansas City, maps, there we go. Alright, we're going to look for runway 19 left. It is going to be over here, so we're going to have to taxi down here, over, and then up to taxiway 19 left. Right, we can go ahead and close this, and we'll go and wait for, we can actually go and activate the parking brake as well. We're going to go and wait for the motoring letters to go away right here, as always. Takes a little bit. There's a nice Boeing 757. I don't think a 757 flies here, but they might. There's another airplane down there that looks maybe longer than a 737 down there, but a lot of 737s, a lot of small planes here in Kansas City because it's a pretty small airport. Not a huge amount of flights. So I can go and set that to idle. Generator switch, that's the wrong thing, whoops. Generator switch can go to on. Taxi lights can also go to on. Flaps can go to 5, that's not what I meant to do. Legs, okay, and flaps can go to 5. Alright, and I think that's it for right now. We're going to wait for that switch to go to off, and we'll switch and we'll go and start the left engine. There you go. And then finally auto throttle can go on, and once this left engine started, we are good to move. Auto brakes can go to RTO for takeoff. There you go. After starting engines, probe heating is on. APU bleed can go, or engine air bleed can go to on. APU bleed can go to off. Well, actually, let's keep it on just for 2 more seconds. Oh, shoot. God, I hate how the cursor is so inaccurate sometimes. The flaps are not going to extend, as you can see, until we're done starting the engines. Got one more engine to start, just waiting for those motoring letters to go away. Come on. Runway, let's see what the runway degrees is real quick. We can also go ahead and set the heading for takeoff. Let's kind of get a little bit ahead of the schedule here, since the engine's taking forever to turn on. It's going to be, can't really read that, 191 degrees. So it's exactly what it is, almost. 191 degrees. There you go. Still waiting for those letters to go away, same motoring. Usually the second engine takes slightly longer than the first, and there you go. Engine is on. Generator switch can go to on. APU is ready to turn off. We'll wait till that power switch goes to off, though, or the start switch, excuse me. We're almost ready for taxi here. All hydraulic pumps are on. Probe heating on. Left and right packs. Here we'll go to on momentarily. Isolation valve also got to go to auto, so we're almost ready for taxi. Waiting for that switch to turn to off. Any second now, off. APU bleed can go to off. Isolation valve to auto. Left right packs to auto. Tax lights on, all that's good. Both good up there. Alright, I believe we are ready for taxi. We are. Before taxi, let's just go and double check the checklist real quick, make sure we did everything. If this stupid thing cursor would stop being so stupid, there you go. And then before takeoff checklist, we'll start here. Alright, parking brake is released. We are ready for taxi. Again, we are going from Kansas City to Seattle on the Boeing 737 MAX 8. Alright, give it a little bit of extra power here just to get going, and then obviously we'll reduce power to slow down. We are not going to make it past those planes. We're going to have to make a U-turn here. We're able to stay to the far left. Far right, I think we should be good. We should barely clear them if we stay to the far right. I hope you guys have an amazing day as we get off the ground here in Kansas City momentarily. Got to taxi to the runway first. Alright. Got past that plane, which I'm kind of surprised by. We're going to definitely move over to the other taxiway. I believe that might be a, I don't know what plane that is over there. The United one. Might be an Airbus. I mean, it's definitely an Airbus, but I just don't know what type. I'm not an Airbus master. We can go and turn on engine power now. And then, oh, we also forgot to turn off the APU. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright, taxiing the runway here in Kansas City. As you can see, some snow on the ground. We can also go ahead and put the transponder to TARA. And auto brakes, RTO, engine. Alright, we'll go ahead and wait a little bit till we get a little bit closer to the runway because we do have a little bit of time to taxi here. Pretty good sunset here in Kansas City. The sun is kind of blinding, so you can not even see where it is. You just see that there's light over there. We'll probably land, we're going to land well after sunset. Well, probably like an hour after sunset Western time. I'm not sure. I'm not good at calculating when the sunset is. So I'm not a meteorologist, as you can clearly see. And we're going to get on the far taxiway just because we don't want to interfere with anything, with any of the gate traffic. It's already well clear from my gate. Once we get up in the air to cruise altitude, I'm probably going to either go make myself some food or go get myself some food because I'm pretty damn hungry. Alaska Airlines is definitely, in my opinion, a better livery than the United livery, but gotta eat. Yes, you are very correct. No nutrition, no mission. Yeah, that's maybe I should make that my new motto for when people call me like eating junk and shit. I don't even know. I eat a lot of junk. I eat horribly. I eat out way too much. But I don't know. I'm not eating as much, but still. Luckily, I'm young, so I can somewhat handle it. Go ahead, decrease, a little faster. Yeah, you're right. Alright, we're almost to the runway here. Well, not really, we still have to go pretty much half the length of the runway just to taxi once we get to turn left here. Alright, almost ready for takeoff here. We go ahead and set those engine start switches to continuous, just get a little bit of it done. Might as well do it now. I'm always doing it hella late, so it doesn't hurt to do it a little early. Steady, show up and steady, and then we'll wait for all the other stuff. Show up and steady. Popcorn Colonel, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Microsoft simulator world, I guess you can call. Because like I said, this channel is just going to be dedicated to what's it called? Simulator games. Thank you very much for the follow. Alright, taxi lot is good. Good there. Everything looks good. Fast and song is on. Yeah, same. Obviously I didn't play. I've watched hundreds of hours, maybe not hundreds, but hours of Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane 11. I've been like an aviation guy for a while, but for it to finally come out on PS5, because I'm not my family's we're not poor, but we're not fucking, like Elon Musk type people. Obviously, no one's Elon Musk, you know what I mean? Like we're not like buy whatever you want type of people, so finally it came out on PS5, a console that I can afford. Hopefully my map is not going to be dumb today, because yesterday I lost both maps during the flight, back-to-back days now, so it's kind of annoying. We'll go ahead and set our maps though. But it's good to finally have a flight simulator. I plan on doing maybe like other simulators. I have other simulator, like gas station simulator. I know it's not hugely entertaining, but maybe a stream or two, whatever. GTA, maybe roleplay. I do own a GTA 5 roleplay server, so maybe I might introduce it. But I do have another channel just dedicated to roleplay. That server community has a channel dedicated, so probably not on this channel too much. If you guys are interested in that, then go check it out by joining the Discord, and then I can probably get you a link through there. I'm probably not going to cross over the channels too much, just because they're two completely different things. Okay, this map is seriously not going to work again. Are you fucking kidding? Come on, bro. Just don't be dumb for once. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to, for now, do with one map, but usually when one fails, the other one's going to fail. Alright, 143 is going to be our takeoff speed. We can go and activate VNAV and LNAV. Autopilot thing is pulled up, so we are good. Slow down a little bit just for this turn. We're going to go to the last one there. Go a little fast to make that first turn. Again, we are going to Seattle today, a little bit of a long flight. If you are interested in just watching the landing, make sure to go check out the YouTube. I post all the landings in shorts. Sometimes if they're longer, like interesting approaches or hard weather or whatever, I'll try to make it a longer video. But if it's just a basic landing, then I will post it in the shorts. Make sure to check those out on the YouTube. Landing lights can go to on. Taxi light can go to off. Line it up on the runway. We can go ahead and increase engine thrust here as we get lined up on the runway. Alright, we are good. The mic map might actually start working when we start going. Toga! We are moving. Airspeed is alive. Sometimes once we lift off, sometimes the map will start working. 80 knots. Looking for 143, a little bit of a high takeoff speed. Or, I guess low. I've had some 140s. 10 to go. V1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up. A little bit of a crazy there, whatever. Alright, and off the ground here, landing gear is coming up. And flaps can go to 1 degree for right this second. And autopilot can go to on. Flaps can go to 0. Let's make sure, monitor the autopilot. Obviously this game does not have crazy good autopilot, so we just gotta make sure. We're also getting a stall warning, but we're good. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not following. Is VNAV not activated? No, it is. Legs, let's go ahead and make sure it follows the flight plan there. Execute. There you go. I think we're starting to turn now. A little bit. I think it was just because we were going so damn slow. Alright, we're good for right now. Engine, auto brakes can go to off. Parking brake stays released. We're good. Engine start switches can go to off as well. Off the ground here in Kansas City. Alright, off the ground here, we can go ahead and also make sure those flaps are 0, just double check. Auto brakes, go to the climb checklist. Alright, we're above 5,000, we can go and let them know. Flaps are 0, auto brakes are off, both engine start switches are good. I'll go down here, just do a quick overhead panel check. Anti-ice can go off above 10,000, so not quite yet. Landing altitude set. I believe we are all good for right this second. Alright. We can also go landing lights with thermal. Alright. Are you able to use flight controllers on the PS5? Or do you mean like the yokes? Like the thing left, like the actual, like this thing right here, the physical one? The answer is yes. I'm almost positive you can. You can also use the Airbus one where you can, like, it's just a single flight controller. Like in GTA, for example, all the helicopters have like that flight controller. You can use that too. You can't connect it to a PS5 though. Yes. I just use a normal PlayStation 5 controller as of right now. Because like I said, I haven't really invested too much into it. Alright, we can go ahead and clear ourselves up to 36,000 feet. Pretty smooth takeoff. Obviously, every time, I don't know if it does in real life, but I don't think so. Every time you, for some reason, insert autopilot, it just, for some reason, like, the nose goes down, and then it won't ascend for a minute. Sometimes, like you saw, it doesn't follow the flight plan, so I'm assuming in real life it doesn't do that, but I could be wrong, but just based off of my experience when I've flown, it doesn't do that. Alright, we're above 10,000. Landing lights can go to off. Altimeter borrow can go to standard. Yes, PS5 version can do the same. I know people in the Discord that say they have the yoke. Like the yoke in real life. Really, really nice. For once, no clouds. That's shocking. The Midwest, kind of known for that, though. Alright, I'll let you guys enjoy the outside view for just for a little bit. I'll be right back. Very nice beginning of the sunset here in Kansas City. Very, very nice. Alaska Airlines, in my opinion, isn't a huge airline that I would associate with sunsets because, you know, Alaska isn't mostly known for sunsets. They do have some nice ones, but I don't think it's known for sunsets a crazy amount. If you have not already, make sure you go check out the YouTube and the Discord. I posted a little link in there if you want to go check it out. I will also post a link to the YouTube. Both of these links, though, are available on the bio and Twitch. I'm not sure if you call it a bio, but you know what I mean. There we go. YouTube, again, I post all landings on there. I'll also post stream reruns on there. Sometimes I'll premiere it as a rerun, and then it'll be available as a video after. For some reason, last night's stream is not working, so I'm gonna have to go back and look. It won't upload for some reason, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and delete it, and then I'll have to re-upload it because it for some reason was not working. So last night's stream will be available where we flew from Newark to Chicago to Kansas City, and then tonight's stream hopefully will be available tomorrow or the day after Kansas City to Seattle. First time I've actually taken off in the daylight in a while, so kind of nice for a change. Let's make sure the instrument's doing good. We're good. We're almost up to our cruise altitude there, more than halfway. Auto throttle seems to be working. Altimeter baro is set to standard. Landing lights are off. Taxi lights are off. Engine start switches are off, and that is both. Engine bleeds on, APU bleeds off, and we're above 10,000, so the anti-ice can go to off. So funny story today, I was actually thinking about, kind of not a funny story, but just like an ironic story. I was talking to my mom, so I want to stay home. We're going to Disneyland. We were supposed to go to Disneyland in 2 weeks, not this weekend, but next weekend. I've never been, so that would have been my first time, but I said that I didn't want to go, so I want to watch the Super Bowl with my dad. My mom and dad are divorced, we didn't know. Fine, though, they're not like, they're friends, like they're fine, they're not like, just like court type shit. No, never. But I wanted to watch the game with my dad, so I'm like, hey, I'll just stay and you guys can go. I kind of regret it, to be honest. I kind of do want to go. Like, I guess I could have watched it in the hotel, but like, I don't know. It's just especially when my team is in the Super Bowl. I'm a Seahawks fan. Go Seattle. I just wanted to stay home, so it was kind of funny today because I was texting my mom about that as I was walking into history class. And then my teacher started talking about Disneyland like a few minutes later, so it was just kind of funny. If you don't know, I live in Sacramento, California. So, on this little West Coast endeavor, as we make our way to the West Coast. I've already been to the West Coast in this game, but I wasn't streaming until obviously I got on the East Coast, so. Well, actually, my first stream technically was San Diego to Houston, so that technically, obviously, is the West Coast. So, I guess that could count, but not really, because it was south, like West Coast. I'm talking about like northern west, like the northwest, or the middle of the West Coast, like Sacramento, San Francisco, stuff like that. I have flown to all those airports. I've flown to Portland, Seattle, Sacramento, San Francisco. In real life, I've only flown to Seattle and Sacramento, but. I have flown in this game, San Francisco, Seattle. Yesterday I did a little training / test flight. I was trying to learn the 747 a little bit better. I've only had like flown it once, and I just kind of spawned it in the air just to see the kind of how it moves. And it actually was extremely similar. Like it's eerily, for them not even being anything alike in sorts of looks or size. The 780, it was really similar to the 787 and the 737 for that matter, but it was really, really similar to the 787, so it was kind of easy, honestly. And also I do have some, the reason we're actually going towards Seattle is I do want to go to Anchorage and maybe do a cargo flight on the 747. I was thinking maybe we go after Seattle, we actually use the Alaska livery and go to Alaska, maybe Anchorage. And then after Anchorage, we can go on cargo flight 747. Once I do a little, I just need to probably two more flights probably, just to kind of make sure I know it before I stream it. Just because, like I said, I like to only stream realism. Like I don't like to be annoying and just be unrealistic. It's just not fun for me. And I feel like it's more entertaining if it's, well, I don't know. It's kind of boring sometimes when you're at cruise altitude for a long amounts of time, but for me it's cool. Like it's rewarding to fly far and then land. Like kind of, that's the whole point of roleplay, is you're not going to get anything out of it, but it's fun to do. But yeah, I do want to do maybe, like I was thinking maybe, because I do want to go back to Hawaii, because Hawaii's, in my opinion, like one of the best places to fly. Just, it's unique, because there's not a lot of places where like there's flights from island to island like that. Like the United States, yeah, there's domestic flights where you're overland. Like Sacramento, for example, to LA is like unique, but or not unique, but it's routine. But you're overland, that's just a routine flight. There's nothing really crazy about it. Happens just like probably 10 times a day, 20 times a day, I don't know. I mean, obviously Maui to Honolulu happens like 50 times a day, but or 70, whatever crazy number it is, but It's just unique. It's really cool as well because I've also been to Maui and Honolulu and Oahu. So it's kind of cool seeing those places on the simulator when I've been there in real life. Also, forgot to mention if you want to ever fly with me, or not with me, but like fly alongside or whatever. Like, for example, like I fly 737, you fly 737, I take off, then you take off, like whatever, like a group flight or whatever. I do always ask people if they want to join on the Discord. So if you ever want to fly with me, join on the Discord. Like I said, I'm not trying to, like, obviously I want to grow the channel, whatever, but I want to have fun no matter how many followers I have. Like, I don't really care. So, obviously it would be nice to be like a million followers, whatever, but like, all you can do is just grind, and I feel like I've done that the past few days at least. Obviously I could probably be a little bit more entertaining. I'm not like overly crazily entertaining. Like when I'm playing other games, I'm a lot more like, you know, poppy or whatever, but not poppy like PAPI, but like poppy like POPPY. Sorry, don't use that against me. Poppy mean like outgoing, I guess. I'm outgoing, but like you know, I'm not like as energetic. I should say. It is nice though to finally fly during the daytime, because after doing a few night flights, it kind of does good old. So, alright, I'll give you guys a little cinematic shot just for a minute while I turn off the fan because it is cold as hell in this room. Oops, sorry, showcase. This camera, we'll go. What's this one? Okay, fuck it. We'll do that for a minute. I'll be right back as I go turn off the fan, and also might go get a bottle of water, so I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I also was listening to the audio and I noticed it was like kind of crackly, so let me know if it's like, it was mainly this one on outside, and that's probably just because the Twitch is laggy or whatever, but let me know if it's kind of annoying, and I will try to fix it. Also got some goldfish because I am pretty damn hungry. Okay, it's probably just my phone. I mean, my phone has been tweaking recently. I'm just gonna say that for the very least. They had a new iOS update and I hate it. It's dumb, especially because like I'm a huge tabs guy on Google or Safari. Safari is what it's actually called, but I'm a huge like tab guy, and so I hate how they added the new tab thing. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, the new iOS update. You have to like hit the 3 dots, hit all tabs instead of just hitting like there used to be a tab button, but now it's like you have to 3 dots, all tabs. So it's one extra click. It's just annoying. Yeah, it's not a good update. It was a bad idea by them. Other than like that, like there's like a YouTube. Whenever you have, for example, whenever you have like a video playing, like for example, if you had the stream playing in the bottom right while you were like texting someone, it looks a little bit different. But other than that, I honestly don't notice. It doesn't look that different. Actually, it does because the apps look like color looks better. The camera has a new logo. The clock has a new logo. Photos is the logo is just slightly bigger, so there's less like extra space on the logo. But other than that, I mean, the update I don't really notice much. I believe we're almost to our cruise altitude. Actually, I had our cruise altitude. Good. We can go and turn off the fast seatbelt sign then. A lot of people I know have been complaining about the update. Yeah, it's annoying. Mainly just Safari. I haven't noticed. I mean, like I don't use my phone like absurdly amount, so I wouldn't know. Believe it or not, even though I've been streaming 3 straight days, I don't use my phone like a crazy amount. Okay, I take that back. Whenever I'm at home not doing anything, obviously I'm on my phone watching stuff, but like when I'm at school, I'm not one of those guys that like has to like dive for their phones whenever the bell rings or whatever, like and check it. I really don't care. This is stream number 5, by the way. I kind of forgot to mention that. It says it in the title, but FL05 just means stream number 5. So I kind of want to like keep track of how many streams I've done. If you want to see all the flights I've done, I do have that on the Discord. Not like log or whatever the hell you want to call it. Speaking of that, I think I actually need to add last night's flights to that. Let me double check. Flights I've done. ORD to MCI. Okay, never mind, I added it. I will add this flight though. MCI to Seattle, Alaska, 737. Alright, let me give you guys like a more official time when we'll be landing. 22, so. Alright, if you want to come back just for the landing, we will be landing at I'll be starting my descent around 6 p.m. So, yeah, Pacific Standard Time. So about 3 hours-ish. 2.5 hours. So if you do want to come back just to watch the landing, then come back at about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a long flight. Almost 4 hours. If not, like I said, it'll be posted on YouTube. I'm also not sure why the master caution's lit up all the time. There's nothing wrong with it, so whatever. It's fine. Let me clear it. Oh well. As long as there's no actual like lighting or like words, and I think that's fine. Let me make sure, not make sure, but let me zoom that out. Might as well max. There's long straightaways. This is pretty straightforward flight. I mean, there's not many, not very many, like, turns. It's just pretty much straight. Usually the longer the flight, obviously the straighter it is. But, alright, I will give you guys a little bit of the outside view. I try to do like 10-minute to 2-minute increments. Inside thing and then outside every once in a while. Alright, I'll give you guys another outside view. Let me give you a little bit of a different view then, hold on. Kind of boring if you just get the same one. Maybe I'll do like a little... I don't know. Kind of did that. I'll just give you guys like a zoomed out front one here. A zoomed out front one. There you go. Enjoy. All right. Yeah.
Do you go into the garage?
You probably heard the beginning of my brother's conversation. He's in Wyoming, so he was calling me. He's in Wyoming for college. I would do a little mid-flight checklist just to run through real quick. And I'm gonna go get food. Let's go ahead and lock that. Flight access. Well, that looks good. Good. Auto brakes, good. Good here, and then overhead panel where all the fun starts. Go ahead and do a little warning and warning, yep. Everything on, anti-ice, let me make sure the anti-ice is on, off, there we go. Auto, on, off, on. Off for now, we're good. Fuel pumps, bottom on, top off. And then lights, off, on. Or off meaning up. It's technically on, but it's just open steady. And I think we're good. Now, real quick, if you guys have not joined the Discord, make sure to join the Discord. Link is in bio. I've also posted it in the chat earlier. And if you have not joined the... went and subscribed to the YouTube channel, then make sure to do that. A bunch of cool stuff on the Discord, stream clips, all that. So make sure to go check that out. But I will be back. I am going to go get some food. As Popcorn Colonel said earlier, I'm going to go get some nutrition, because that is essential for finishing and executing the flight. Alright, hope you guys have enjoyed part of the flight so far. We're going to continue on here to Seattle. I will be back momentarily. I'm going a little bit fast, but I think it'll be alright. So, I'll be back. Alright, I am back. I am nice and rejuvenated, if you want to say that. It looks like we have 361 miles until... Not until we started descent, but almost until we're there, pretty much. So let's see. Probably about 400 miles-ish until we start our top, as you can see, start our descent. So we are at... until we start our descent. Actually, more than that. Long time. Still 340 miles to go, so quite a bit. By the way, Big Mercy 64, I was gone when you said yo, but if you're still in here, welcome to the stream, and hope you're having a good day. Shit. Smoothed. Like a biatch. I'm looking at maybe, because we're going to fly probably Saturday, we're going to do a long distance cargo flight. So, Saturday, oh shoot, that's not what I want to do. Oh, damn it. Nope. Here's my... I think I accidentally turned something on over here. Turn that off. Let me get this bouncing stopped. Did not mean to do that. Just gotta kind of keep messing with the yoke until it stops. Almost. There you go. That'll stop the bouncing. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Get that checklist open just so we have it before we start. And also look where we're at on the map. Looks like we're near Vegas. North of Vegas, obviously. Or like where Vegas is down here, but I'm saying like I could see where the line is where Vegas is. Let's see, is there any lights around us? Oh, pretty much just over mountains and snow. We're Bozeman. So Montana off there on the right. Got a crazy highway, it looks like it's through the snow. The Alaska levee looks better when it's like it's cold, sunset, and wintry. Alright. I'm done eating, I'm done everything. Here until descent. Again, if you guys have not already, make sure to join the Discord and go subscribe to the YouTube for all of the best content. Microsoft Flight Simulator and all other flight simulators. For anyone that lives in Northern California, you probably know of Jim Boys. Really good Mexican food, that's what I said. Apparently it's big, and I just looked it up, but I was kind of curious. It's also big in Nevada. Not big, but it's probably not as big as California, but there is some in Nevada. It's really, really good food. Their french fries, I know it's a Mexican place, but their french fries are really good. I usually just get a quesadilla and french fries. It's basic. It's not like completely Mexican, but then sometimes I'll get tacos there. I don't like their beef that much, because I usually just get beef tacos, but I don't like their beef that much, so. past Bozeman now. We are over north of Boise. Let's see what this point is. Donnelly, Idaho, it looks like. Just about probably 150 miles north of Boise. Pretty nice sunset too, off to the left and straight ahead. Mainly off to the left though. Not too many cities down here. Do some wing view if it'll let us. It will, perfect. I'll give you guys a little bit of wing view on the inside. Alright, we are probably going to be starting our descent here somewhat soon. Probably about 10 minutes or so. Maybe less, maybe more, I'm not sure. We are slightly ahead of schedule. Not really slightly, we're kind of a lot ahead of schedule, it looks like. It said 3 hours and 40 minutes, and we're only at 2 hours 31, so. Definitely ahead of schedule. Go ahead and reduce that down to 160 miles. Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 is the aircraft we're using. Yes. Alright, so I was just watching something on NBC Bay Area, because obviously I'm from Sacramento, but a lot of the news like is similar to the Bay Area's. Not like local news, but like I follow NBC Bay and TikTok or whatever, but it popped up and it was kind of cool. It was explaining like aviation during the Super Bowl and San Jose Airport kind of preparing. So that was pretty cool. By the way, if you're watching this on rewatching this on YouTube, then please go check out the Twitch, where all these streams are live, and sometimes I will do giveaways, whatever. Usually I'll announce when there's a giveaway going to be happening, and I'm obviously going to wait till I get more followers and stuff like that, just to actually guarantee that, you know, people are going to want it. But so yeah, make sure to go follow the Twitch if you're rewatching on YouTube. If you are watching on Twitch live, then make sure to go to the Discord for the Discord and go subscribe to the YouTube. We'll go ahead and just do a quick walkthrough, make sure everything is looking good. Starting our turn. Looks good. We're just going to do a very quick walkthrough because we do need to get briefed for descent. Just make sure everything looks good. Window heat's off. Yes. Yes, alright, we're good. Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and start getting briefed for departure, for landing. That's not what I wanted, whoops. Okay, Seattle, Tacoma. Look at weather, visibility looks good. Decently strong winds. Let's see what, real quick, what the runway is going to be. Runway 16 left. ILS initializer 16 left. Sorry, something in my eye. Let me actually go back here because we're going to have to kind of use it to brief. Alright, let me see if I can change... How do I change the laptop size? I think here, settings. I'll do medium, it's kind of small. Let's go here. Nah, it's actually way too big, it just takes up too much of the screen. Now imagine large, that is freaking insane, dude. That's just way too big. Okay. So... First point, so obviously not going to see those. Helzer is like the first. Auburn. Not sure where the hell Auburn is. Let's see, do we turn Auburn? So I think we just turn right after. Let me see. Let me zoom it out. Actually, let me go to plan and I'll see what the hell it says. Plan. Auburn. Okay, so we're going to turn at Helzer. I might add a point. I'm going to add a point Kenmo just to give us a little bit more room. So Helzer. What's the point called again? Kenmo. Okay. God, why the fuck does autopilot do that dumb shit? It's so fucking stupid. The game really needs to fucking go, like, figure its shit out. It's really not hard to figure out. Sorry about that, guys. That's probably gonna fucking bounce back and forth because this dog shit ass game doesn't ever want to do an update. The game's been out for a month and they still haven't done a bugs update, which is weird. There you go. It's also kind of, frame rate is not the best right now. So it's definitely not JK. Let's going to be K-E-N-M-O. Kenmo. I think we do it here. No, I want it after Auburn, actually. Okay, let me erase that. So I put it after Auburn. So Ken. Damn it. Ken. Mo. Again, the autopilot is being fucking retarded. And engage. Sorry about that. That's just the game being dumb. Okay, we want to put it where Helzer is. I feel that's me. So Kenmo. And then Helzer. And then we're still there. Okay, good. We can go ahead and execute. By the way, sorry if I sound hella tired today. I'm very tired today. To say the very least. Sorry. Alright, we can go back to map now. Probably decrease that to 80 miles. The stop and ascent is coming up at about 50 miles or so. So we're going to want to descend to flight level. Let's see, what's our last point? Douglas, so flight number 190, 019. Let's also go and put the ILS 110.3, 10.30, and 110.30. Okay, got that done, ready. And we'll just do a quick overhead panel check. Top of the sun overhead panel check. Window heating's good, propane good, anti-ice is off, hydraulic pumps are on. And I think we are good. Almost to top of the sun. Probably about 3 minutes. I will do a quick outside view and then we'll start at top of the sun. That was more of a moving one, not very much a subtle one, but you know. The sun's about. Alright, should be starting our descent here any second into Seattle here. We are currently 3 hours 19 minutes into the stream, and we are, I think, probably about 1 hour 50 minutes, 2 hours 50 minutes, sorry, into the flight, so just a little bit ahead of schedule on the flight, probably about 10 minutes or so early. As of right now, might change. We shall see. Waiting to see that top of descent pop up on the 10-mile radar here, which there it is. So we're going to wait for it to get below 5 miles, and then we'll start decreasing altitude here to 1,900 feet for the final point and final approach point into our 16 left runway landing at Seattle. Can also go and get that descent checklist open. Alright, and we can go and start moving it down to 1,900. Okay, 1,900 and altitude intervention. Once we start that descent, the fastest seatbelt sign can go to on, and we can start this checklist. Just waiting for us to hit that green point on the map right there. And starts to begin our descent here. Let's see. The first point we're going to be at flight level 285 and 23 miles. And descent has been started. We can go and turn on that fasten seatbelt sign and let the attendants know that we are starting our descent. And then both engine start switches can go to continuous. And the fasten seatbelt sign is on, so we're good. We can go and check those four. And approach. Altimeter borrow is good. Approach altitude good. Nav aids we'll put in there once we get below 20,000 feet. Like 25,000. Minimums. Go to 2,500. $2,500. Okay, 2,500 minimums is good. Final approach speed, we are going a little slow or fast. We're going to go and turn off auto throttle and reduce thrust here. This stuff is really bright. Let's see if there's anything I can I possibly... like these freaking screens are so bright compared to the sky. It's not like completely dark yet, so it's just annoying. Oh, there has to be a way I can. Pretty sure there's a way. Let's see, where is the brightness on here? I don't like control. I can at least give that a little bit of brightness there. It's starting to become dark. I have no other circuit breaker. Those are those. Never mind. Okay. Final approach speed, we are working on. I'm also going to go ahead and turn on a auto brake to armed, auto brake to 2, speed brake to armed. I meant auto brake to 2. We'll go ahead and turn on the speed brake just a little bit, a little teeny tiny bit. Final course is going to be, let me check, 160 degrees about. It is going to be 164 to be exact. 164 degrees. There you go. And speed brake, auto brake. Go ahead and check those gears too. So we just got flaps. Final course is looking good. So I just got nav aids, flaps, and taxi lights and landing lights. And then we are good. We can go ahead and check everything on here. And I already know everything to do with landing. And then go and get that post-flight checklist open just to have it ready. Go like this. Just kind of get one final glimpse of it. 9,000 or 1,900. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, charts. Airport and AGC. All right. Hey Siri, what concourse is Alaska Airlines at Seattle Tacoma International Airport? Concourse C. I don't know why we're going down so damn fast. What's maybe 16,000? Okay, so we kind of do need to go down fast, I guess. You can go and increase this just a little bit more. Okay, concourse C, so it's gonna be the middle one right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. Alright. On descent into Seattle. Alright, continuing descent here into Seattle. Again, going to concourse C. We're below 25,000, so we can go ahead and flip both of these. And that. I don't know the actual official altitude. I just do 25,000 because if you do way too far away, you don't need to. Flaps, taxi lights, all looks good. Flaps, taxi lights, and landing lights. Just brief myself on the taxi out checklist. Kind of remember flaps up, landing lights off, probe heating off, leave without trim, AP start. Also, some guy actually, kind of good critique, but also I do it kind of for a reason. Some guy on one of my landing, it was the landing in Kansas City yesterday, he kind of critiqued me and said, hey, you're not supposed to turn off your landing lights, turn off the runway, so I will do that from now on. I just do it just because it's the easiest first thing, and like you have to, like it's kind of hard to drive or like steer the aircraft and turn off stuff, so that's usually why I do that first, just because it's right there, but I'll start doing that last since it's the easiest thing. Again, we're going to be landing on runway 16 left in Seattle. I'll go and do another overhead panel check. Just make sure nothing I touched kind of affects the aircraft. Everything looks good. Descending through the clouds here. The map, of course, on the right side is not going to work. That is awesome. Always something going wrong, right? Let me double check the weather real quick. Let's go to information, weather. Okay, weather still looks good, even though sometimes it's not always 1,000% correct, so we can kind of gotta prepare for anything. $16 left is going to be right here, so we're actually on the runway the longest runway and the runway closest to the Concourse C, so we'll try to get off, one of these exits. Alright, aircraft. Alright, still descending. We're on Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 8 into Seattle. Alright. I'm assuming this person's either at Seattle or some airport that's surrounding it, because they look about 30 miles away, I would guess. Speed looks somewhat good right now. We need to go a little bit slower. Go ahead and decrease thrust just a little bit more. Alright, we're almost below 10,000 here. When we do, we can go and activate taxi light, landing lights, and others. Of course, one of the maps is just going to stop working. That is always great, because the game doesn't understand what a map is, so I think it thinks it needs to be wired to the damn ground for it to work or something. Like we have to get a 36,000 foot wire and just. It's like one of those buses, and I was actually just in Seattle not too long ago for the Seahawks game, like I said yesterday. It's like one of those buses that's connected to a line or whatever on the roof. It's like it can't do anything unless it's attached. I wonder if that was ever a consideration, before cellular stuff was made. So you could have communication, whatever. Oh gosh. That's obviously that's more futuristic than what they have now, honestly. It would look stupider, but it's more futuristic. And autopilot might be doing some dumb shit here. It is. Let's go ahead and turn it on and off. Or off and on, I mean. I think that might have fixed it. I don't know. Let me see. Execute. I'm just gonna put a new line in because that's just not gonna work. Passing the runway right now to the left, so yes, that person was at Seattle. Or near it at least. Starting to get into final approach mode here. This map is going to be nothing, so might as well just turn it to plan just so it does maybe something. Let's go to legs and next page, preview, whatever. Zoom it in maybe so it can do something. Trying to get back on track here with the line. Zoom out just a little bit just to make sure this looks somewhat legit. It's still turning at Telser, so really adding another point did absolutely nothing. Alright, so we're pretty much almost on our final turn here. Landing lights need to go to on, and taxi lights go to on. It's definitely not 9 miles of visibility, that is for damn sure. It is low ceilings at the very least. And also we're going way too fast. We can go ahead and add some speed brake. And reduce thrust by quite a bit. Speed brake. Want to start slowing down, like 250 knots at the most. 260 at the most. We'll really start slowing. We can also go and add 5 degrees of flaps. We can actually go ahead and stop using speed brake for now. And just use flaps if we need them. Well, we actually have to use speed brakes to slow down 4 flaps, I guess, so. I want to set it to 5 degrees. Increase thrust just a little bit, just so when we are done with this turn, we have a little bit of assistance there. Still slowing down. About 5,100 feet here. Still 0 visibility. Pretty past the descent here. $250 knots is where we need to be, which we're almost there. It's trying to extend. There you go. There, it's extended now. Go and turn off the speed brake. Engine power can go to 45%-ish. It's going to be an extremely sharp turn here. Give us no room to make this turn, which is not good. It's definitely going to be some course correcting. Start speeding up. 4,000 feet. Really 3,500, I think. Yeah, about 3,550. Final turn into Seattle, Tacoma, Washington. Seattle, Tacoma International, Seattle, Washington. Go Seahawks. We would have seen the Seahawks stadium if I was paying attention, but no, I don't think we would have seen it because of visibility, but you know. Still going down. Increase thrust to 60% now. Need to make sure we don't stall here, and especially with zero no visibility, it's kind of a dangerous endeavor. Might have some water on the windshield, so just go ahead and give it a quick wipe on both sides. On final. Once we're done with this turn, we will put down our landing gear. Still have a decent amount of time. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, we still have about 20 miles or so. 16 miles. Okay, down below 10 miles now, so never mind what I just said. I can go and decrease engine thrust. Nah, never mind. Actually, let's go flaps 10 and then we'll decrease, not decrease engine thrust there. And landing gear can go to down. Ground is in sight. Horizon is growing. Only the young can say. Auto throttle's turned off. Fast seatbelt sign is on. Landing lights, taxi lights are on. Engine start switch is continuous. Auto brake set. Speed brakes armed. Flaps set. Parking brake released. 3 green there. 3 green there. All the normal stuff looks good. We are cleared for landing and runway is in sight. Minimums call. 2500. Again, we are cleared for landing. We're a little bit high. We're going to go and set those flaps to 15. Increase thrust to 65-ish%. Also high on this approach. Be at 1900 and go and set this down to 1800. But also kind of, I think, woke it up. Final point in 1 mile. We are high on, very, very high on this approach. We're going to go and disengage autopilot. We're going to go and take over. Start going down. We have 4 whites, which means we're high. 16 left. Where's 1 red? So that means we're a little bit more online. Little fast. We're good though. Really good. We're going to decrease engine power just a little bit. Gonna go ahead and do this and this. Hopefully that'll make, okay, that caution's not gonna go into it after we land, I think. We're good right now. Heading a 160, I think it needs to be 164, so we're just basically a little bit off. We're also doing a little parallel landing action right here. This looks fucking sick. Got another plane landing over there. Looks like an Alaska Airlines too. Alright, we're a little low, so just give it a few more percent of thrust as we kind of go up a little bit. Little low. We're good though. We're 100% good right now. It's a little low. We're all good. Below 1,000. Or about 1,000 actually. Little low and going to give it a little more thrust. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Getting glide slope warning still. Just want to kind of level out a little bit and bring that engine power down. A little bit low. A little fast as well. Flaps go to 40. Got a, like I said, a little parallel landing action. Still glide slope warning. Still a little bit low. Only low, but it says we're low, but I mean it's not crazy. We're not. All right, start pulling back that power, and pull back fully. We're good. Soft landing somewhat. Reverse thrust is out, and slowing down. It was saying glide slope, so I was hitting the runway. Like, come on, now it's a little too late. All right, 80 knots. 80 knots now. And below 70, that can go to off. Below 60, auto brakes can go to off. And speed brake can go to off. It's a little laggy. Nope, wanna increase thrust just so we keep going. Probe heating can go. That is lagging like a bitch right now. Probe heating. Flaps. Gonna go and turn off right here. Need to open that checklist as well. We're gonna stop once we get off the runway here just for 2 seconds. Little fast landing lights can go to off. Like I'm missing something. Hold on, let me just make sure. Taxi out. Position lights steady, and then just steady, and then AP switch. I'm gonna start. Pretty much it. Alright, now we can start taxiing again. Make sure the flaps are completely up. They are. Taxiing to Concourse C. Which I believe is more down there. Maybe not, actually. Concourse C might be right there. Let's see here. Trying to see what the hell it looks like on the map. This is Concourse C, it's right here. So yeah, it's actually going to need to go left here. A little bit of a crazy taxi here, but again, I'm not familiar very much with this airport. This can go back to up. APU has been turned on, and the lights are off. All this looks good. Okay. On the ground here in Seattle. Honestly, it felt like a lot shorter of a flight than it was. It's like a 3-hour and 40-minute flight, but it did not feel like that. It was a 3-hour and 16-minute flight, so we were way ahead of schedule, about, we're 30 minutes ahead of schedule. Some Alaska Airlines planes over there. The 737 right there. A little bit of a frame rate issue right now, but it's alright. It's not the end of the damn world. Go ahead and park. Park over a little bit over there to the right. We'll park on that gate in the middle. Of the 3 on the right, we'll park the 1 in the middle. Let's go and get that parking checklist open. Alright, taxing the gate here. Let me try and remember the gate number this time. It's gonna be BD2. Taxi lights can go to off. And pull the power back. And slow down. There you go, we can go ahead and set the parking brake to on. And seatbelt selector can go to off. AP generator switches to on. Engine start switches to off. And finally, that can go to cut off. And then we can go and attach the jet bridge. It is really dark in here, holy crap. Gonna turn on the dome light. Turn on tune Seattle ground. Ground services. Request passenger boarding start. And we will watch the jet bridge get attached here in Seattle. If it gets attached, there we go. We can go and continue on with the shutdown checklist. APU bleed can go to on, engine bleed can go to off, and these two can at least go to off for now. Alright, transponder can go to off, anti-collision lights and the rest of the lights can go to off, off, off. Emergency exit lights will stay on for now. Fuel pumps can go off. We're going to not do another flight tonight. We're just only going to do one. Fuel pumps, window heating. I might be maybe way later, but for right now, just no. Window heating, anti-ice is already off. Electric engine hydraulic pumps can now go off as well. Left and right circulation fans can go to off and off. Flight directors can go to off and off. Auto throttle and auto brakes both off. I thought that read auto throttle, said auto brakes, not auto throttle. Okay. AP master switch can go to off, and then AP bleed can go to off. Engine air bleed is already off. Securing checklist after shutdown checklist is complete. Cabin and utility UFP passenger supply can go to off. Left and right packs can go to off. IRS mode can go to off. Yaw damper can go to off. Both engine start switches are off. Trim air can go to off as well. Standby power can go to off. Isolation valve can also go to closed. Emergency lights can go to off. And finally, battery can go to off. Alright, we are on the ground in Seattle after a 3-hour and 13-minute or so flight. It said 3:16 right after I got off the runway, so I'll just say 3-hour and 13-minute flight from Kansas City, Missouri to Seattle, Washington on the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. Hope you guys did have a great night. Hopefully I can make it a little better with the stream here. If you're rewatching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next video. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to do our little post-flight ritual where we just look around the country, see what people are doing. We'll look around the airport, see what people are doing, look around Seattle a little bit, try to maybe spawn at Lumen Field or something. So give me 1 second to just wrap this up real quick. Again, this was Alaska Airlines Flight 418 from Kansas City to Seattle, real life flight. Alright, so we're done with the flight there. We can go and hit end flight, not settings. End flight, we'll see what people are doing around the country. See if anyone's actually in Seattle, which there's 2 people. Let's see what these people are flying. A320neo and Blackbird 38 Italian Talon. This guy is just lined up on the runway or something. I want to see what the hell this guy is in. Damn it. Whatever, we're not going to be able to see what that guy's in. That guy's running the runway. Look at the same kind of cities as we always do. The most popular ones, LA. Hella people, goddamn. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. That is insane. Pretty much 19 because I think there was one, yeah, just north, and 20. Holy shit. It is popping in LA. Goddamn. Got 2 people on a final, looks like, here under the runways. Maybe reverse ops. Maybe they're not on final. I don't know. But these are, if they are, it's reverse. It looks like this guy's taking off, so reverse ops. F-18 Super Hornet. This guy's facing the wrong way. 787-10. C-17. AC-10 Thunderbolt. Extra 3-3. I don't even know what the hell that is, honestly. F-18 Super Hornet. A400 Cargo. YS-11. I'm assuming that guy's in a jet. A400 Cargo. Yeah, a lot of people at I'm assuming this guy's in a helicopter. Yep. A lot of planes out in LA. 737 MAX 8. There you go. A bunch of people in jets just messing around. Look in New York. See if there's more people in New York. Nope. New York's kind of. So it was New York yesterday, and now it's LA today. Got some people at LaGuardia, 1 person at LaGuardia, a few people at JFK. We'll go to Miami. I've never really checked out Miami. Is Miami a busy? Nope, there's 2. Let's see. Bunch of gates though, which we definitely will fly here soon. I'm kind of waiting until the American Airlines or something livery comes out because this is one of their biggest hubs. A330. So yeah, a lot of people on, a lot of people playing. Again, we are in Seattle right now, right here, right here. Nope, where the hell is it? Where the hell is Seattle? Right here. So I was actually just in Seattle. See if I can find the stadium. I'm pretty sure. Oh, is the stadium north of it? Wish I could see. The clouds are kind of in the way. It might actually be north of it. Yeah, I think it's north of it. This guy's in a Boeing 747. See, I think it was north of it. Alright, there actually is some people in the Seattle area. Oh, that's the guy I saw. Never mind. What's this guy flying? A321. Awesome. I never see people on A321s. That's rare. What's this guy flying? I'm assuming this guy's flying a firefighting. Yep. Alright, well, we did that. Again, if you guys have not joined the Discord, make sure to join that. Link is in the bio. I also put it in the comments a few times. Make sure to go check that out. A bunch of cool stuff coming. Might do some like off-stream flights or whatever with some people. As well, go check out the YouTube. I will have the landing up right after the stream is over, hopefully. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, this was Kansas City to Seattle, Washington. This is the 5th stream on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let me know in the YouTube comments or my Discord if you have any recommendations for games I should play. I'm obviously open. Again, my main game right now is obviously Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's other games though. Gas Station Simulator could be like one of them. Off the top of my head, I can't really like. I do have a Minecraft like SMP, kind of like the Dream SMP. So maybe one day I'll do that. Yeah, that should be it for the night. Again, I might be live again. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say yes because I'm not gonna say that and then not go live. So stay tuned. But if I do not see you again, then have a great rest of your night. And I hope to see you again either tomorrow or the next day. Again, thank you for joining. Have a good night. It is Simulator Guy now. My name is also Caden. Thank you for watching. Again, have a good night.